I have never won a giveaway or a raffle in my life. Well, shit. What's up, my people? Jacob here with Bone Claws Comics, and today we're going to be unboxing a giveaway and some recent internet pickups that I got. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to Brandon from M.O.N Comics. He does this Big 5 live stream on his channel, I want to say monthly, and I had popped on to his last Big 5 Live, and he started doing this giveaway on his live stream. And I won it. I've never won a thing in my life like that, so I'm like super stoked that I actually got picked and won this prize. And we're going to be showing that off in a little bit, but if you haven't checked out M.O.N Comics, please go check out his channel. He is outstanding. I can't say enough good about this guy. He really is one of the pillars of the YouTube comic community. So yeah, please, you probably already are, but if you're not, check out his channel, like and subscribe. He's a great guy and his channel is amazing. And yeah, without further ado, let's crack this boy open. I'm gonna okay. This is packaged. I love this box. It's one of these kind of boxes. Oh yeah. And I got a letter in here too. Let me proofread this before. This is awesome. Fast forward. Cool. So yeah, this is a little letter from Brandon. Yeah, he's welcomed me to the comic community because I'm still a relatively new channel. I just hit my 1 month anniversary. Yay. So yeah, he's really welcoming. I really appreciate it. Yeah, apparently this is the first giveaway he's done for his Big 5 Live, his monthly giveaway. So he's going to be doing this monthly. So definitely check him out in the future if you want to, get some of those giveaways. That and the awesome content he puts out. I actually know what I got. So it was revealed on the live stream. I have no idea anything about this figure, but I'm going to be deep diving into this figure or this character now. So I will be doing that. Thanks for the compliments of the great work. And yeah, I would love to be part of the Big 5 Live. Hopefully we can get together and work out the timing on that. I would love to be part of your show. Okay, so let's bring this bad boy out. Again, the bubble wrap, I super dig it. I love me some bubble wrap. Yeah, he went all out protecting this thing. Awesome. All right. Psycho Man figure. Awesome. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Like I said, I have no idea anything about this character. I don't read Fantastic Four. I've never seen this villain before, but this is going to be going on my shelf because I am a sentimentalist, and this is the first thing I ever won from any kind of giveaway, and really, one of my new friends from the YouTube community. So yeah, this is going to be a sentimental value to me now, and I'm going to be looking into Mr. Psycho Man for sure, and hopefully, and maybe, who knows, that may open up a whole can of worms for me in the Fantastic Four. So you may have just opened up my world, Brandon. I really appreciate it. That's awesome, man. Thank you again. Thank you again. All right, so moving on to what I picked up. If you've seen my past video on my comic book haul from HeroesCon, I picked up a Dracula #1, the Topps Dracula. As a matter of fact, it's this book right here that I recently picked up. And it's a fantastic book. And to give you a little backstory, a little information on this book, this is Topps' very first comic book. Now, Topps is a card producing company. They make trade cards, sports cards, all that kind of stuff. But this is their first foray into comic books. And after this, they published quite a bit, a lot of movie-related tie-in comic books. They did Jurassic Park, Frankenstein, several others. So they went on to make really cool books. And this is the first one. And they really knocked it out of the park with this first series. It's one of 4. And I picked up all 4 in a deal. Now, one of the things about this comic book series is being a card company who now makes comic books, they included trading cards in this book. So now there's trading cards to collect. This is a sealed copy, so it includes the trading cards. I haven't decided whether or not the collector in me wants to collect all these cards or not. Now, I actually have all the cards because I bought the whole series sealed, but I don't know if I want to crack open the seal and take out the cards and have them separated. I don't know about that yet. You know, the collector in me is pulling me one way, and the collector in me is pulling me a different way because I want to keep them sealed, but I want the cards. Collector issues. Anyway, so if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, were alive in the early 90s, you knew this movie, Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. It starred Gary Oldman in the early 90s, young Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, and several others that are bigger now than they were back then. But this was a big movie back when it came out. And just imagine how big it'd be if it came out today, with how big Gary Oldman is now and how big Keanu Reeves is now. I mean, this would have been, crazy good. And it also has Monica Bellucci played one of the wives of Dracula. I don't know if she was even credited for this, but yeah, awesome. So this book is based off the original screenplay. Now, the original screenplay includes all the scenes that were cut from the finished movie product. So, you know how in movies today they have theatrical editions, and then they may release a director's cut later on. Blade Runner is infamous for that. This is the director's cut version of this movie, of the story. They never released a director's cut of the movie Dracula. The only way to get the director's cut version of this story are these comics. So if you love the movie and you want the original screenplay, the original idea for what this movie was going to be, you have to get these comic books, which I think is really, really neat. Another neat, little tidbit of trivia is this book came out before the movie was released. Now, I know a lot of movies and TV shows will have comic book adaptations or spin-offs, kind of like X-Men 97, that was recently released on Disney+. Fantastic show. I love the X-Men. They released a companion kind of prequel comic book series to come out with the show, but it's releasing a little before and alongside the show. This book series released before the movie came out. So if you wanted to get the story ahead of time, read the book. And then you go to the theaters and watch the director or the non-cut version of it. So it was really, really neat that they actually released this as part of a marketing tool that told you the whole story before the movie even came out. Very, very unique in that regard. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this book was adapted by a little-known writer by the name of Roy Thomas. You may not know who it is. Nobody really knows who Roy Thomas is. So I wouldn't be surprised if you've never heard of him before. The artist, also a little, not very well-known artist, Mike Mignola. If you can't tell by the design on the cover, which is the same art style throughout. Now, he was the artist for the covers, and all the interior art was all done by Mike Mignola prior to Hellboy. This is pre-Hellboy Mike Mignola. Awesome stuff. And, our work extends on the back. Another unique thing about this book series is it's cover-to-cover content. You're not going to see ads and stuff in this book. This is going to be all storytelling. Some of the page breaks in the book, they do have breaks, but it's trivia, like behind-the-scenes interviews and stuff from the cast of the movie or from the creators of the movie. So you're getting all Bram Stoker's Dracula content cover-to-cover in these books, which is rare to see in the comic book industry. On to the second book. I love these covers. I think they just get better and better. The first cover is amazing, but this one features the werewolf monster that he turns into at some point in the movie. The back cover, again, you see some of the trading cards that are in there. Again, there's the human form of Dracula. Very, very cool art. I absolutely love it. This book actually contains a poster in the centerfold that you can take out that I'm definitely not going to be doing. So yeah. Really, really cool stuff. And here's issue 3. It shows Lucy in vampire form. Spoiler alert. The movie is like almost 40 years old. If it's spoiled, I'm sorry. That's your fault for not watching it yet. But yeah, on the back again is Lucy in vampire form. I love the art style. I love the work. It's you know, Mike Mignola at his very, very best, in my opinion. Love the work. And here is the 4th and final issue, you know, featuring the Devil's Madmen, or God's, what are they called? God's Madmen. God's Madmen, little vampire hunting group that goes after Dracula in the end, in the climax of the film. But yeah, absolutely love it. It's beautiful cover work. Again, in the back. Now, some of these cards have shots from the movie, and some of them are artwork from Mike Mignola. So it's a combination of movie art and comic art all together. So another reason to collect these cards that I'm kind of torn on whether or not I actually want to break them out and collect them or not. But yeah, really cool stuff. That's what I've got to show in today's video. Again, these, I found the first issue of this series in a dollar bin. I don't think I have ever seen the remainder of these books in a dollar bin, but it is very possible to find. This was a great dollar bin deal, but since I found it, you can find it. I went ahead and bought the whole series off eBay for like 20 bucks. You know, it was worth it to me to have the whole series, plus being sealed with the trading cards. For 20 bucks, you know, I think that was a great deal either way. But I absolutely love these books. I love the movie. I love the book. And I'm going to be digging into these comic books at some point. I may buy another copy just to read so I can leave these sealed. But yeah, this is just, it's a fantastic pickup. So if you're interested in it, it's worth the read. It's worth the pickup. It's a very little obscure collector's item thing. If you're into Dracula, if you're into vampires, monsters, or Bram Stoker's Dracula, or any of the actors, or Francis Ford Coppola, fantastic stuff. So a great pickup. If you're into it, please check it out if you're not aware of it. And thank you again, Brandon, for the awesome figure. Like I said, this thing is going on the shelf, and I'm going to be looking into this character and the Fantastic Four, for that matter, just so I can have a better grasp of who this character is now that he is a shelf piece. Again, if you haven't checked out M.O.N Comics, please check out the channel. If you like this content, this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment in the section below. Tell me what you think about the figure or the Dracula books, or if you know something about the books that I didn't mention. I'm all about learning about it, so you know, give me a shout out. I appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I'll talk to you again soon.